Vinny Tortorich here. Hey man, if you're a fan of Izzy, you might be a fan of me too. I'm the guy that gets people to lose a lot of weight. I have something free for you guys. This is no clickbait. Just go to VinnyTortorich.com and there's a big banner. It's a free PDF, how to lose weight. It's an intro guide to NSNG at VinnyTortorich.com. Go check it out exclusively for anyone who listens to Izzy Presley. Thank you.
Rockwood Saloon Authentic Apparel takes rock and roll fashion to a new level with their tees and tanks for men and women. They also make custom shirts, jackets, vests, pants, hoodies, beanies, and more. The Rockwood Graphics Department can design anything from your logo, t-shirt design, promo posters, band swag, and printed at great prices. From tour shirts and custom stage gear to killer threads for the street to the stage, Rockwood Saloon has it all. Rockwood Saloon, authentic rock and roll apparel for stage and street. World tour tested for quality, comfort, style, and durability. Check them out at www.rockwoodsaloon.com. That's rockwoodsaloon.com.
Hey ladies, Sass Pants Designs will take that rock shirt that everyone has and make it your own in a flattering, sassy, and simple way. There are one-of-a-kind tank tops, lace-up tees, and tube top dresses already in stock. Check out the online store at sasspantsdesigns.com and like Sass Pants Designs on Facebook for special offers and custom orders. That's sasspantsdesigns.com, sasspantsdesigns.com. Sass Pants will make you the envy of the party.
Replay Guitar Exchange is your premier independent guitar store. Being independent is good. With all of the major brands, including new, vintage, and pre-owned, you can find the guitar, bass, amp, or accessory you are dreaming of. From vintage to the newest models, Replay Guitar Exchange can help you find that perfect piece. They have industry veteran expert staff, all players like you down to the owner. You aren't just getting a great guitar, you're getting the Replay difference. Find them online at replayguitar.com and find your dream guitar today.
Brown, and welcome to another fucking podcast.
You kids with your loud music and your Dan Fogelberg, your Zima, hula hoops, and Pac-Man video games, don't you see? People today have attention spans that can only be measured in nanoseconds.
See, son, old legends never die. They just lose weight.
Like a legend and an out-of-work bum with a lot of life.
Yes, it is party time. Hello, Hollywood. Hello, world. Hello, my loyal minions. It is good to see you, and it's always good to be seen. Izzy Presley here on another fucking podcast. Back in our regular time slot, which I make. Last week, great fun interview with the one and only, the incomparable Billy Vera. Go back and check that show out. Doing the Izzy Presley show tomorrow. I got a little drunk on Sunday night, so I wasn't able to do it yesterday because I was too fucking hungover. Make sure you do hit up all the social media. Of course, at Real Izzy Presley, all the way across the board. Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and of course the show pages. Another effing podcast. You can buy t-shirts. Speaking of t-shirts, I still have, I think 16 of those Monsters of Rock Cruiser Jam t-shirts left. That link is posted at the top of the podcast page, so make sure you click on that. And if you don't want my horseshit shirts, but you still want to support the show, you absolutely can. Izzy Presley at yahoo.com is your PayPal. Oh my God, people just piling in the chat room already, Luke. I'm ready for this. And also, you guys can find me on the 24th, I believe is the date, for Soundcheck Live at Hollywood and Highland Lucky Strike Live. That is one of the shows that I host here in Hollywood. Free show. It is all synth pop, all keyboards this month. So it should be very, very interesting. And of course, the night after at the Grafton on Sunset, we have punchlines and backlines, 6 comics, 1 musician. Comics have not been announced yet, but Patrick Kennison from the Lita Ford Band will be our featured musician doing an acoustic set and doing stand-up for the very first time ever. So that should be a lot of fun. All right, ladies and gentlemen, man, I've been wanting to get on this show for a long time now, and it's finally happened. The man has more nicknames than anybody else that I know. We've known him for about, 7 years now, 7.5 years. Never interviewed him, but I read his book. He's a good friend. The Ayatollah of Jack and Cola. was it the debonair of long hair? There's so many of them. He keeps beavers grinning. Ladies and gentlemen, from Hair Nation and SiriusXM's Ozzy's Boneyard, the one and only, and the Monsters of Rock Cruise, Mr. Lûc Carl.
Hey, man. How the hell are you?
I'm good, man. It's good to talk to you. You're on the beach. What the fuck?
I'm on the beach, dude. Yeah, my whole life is a vacation. I'm like crazy. I live in Fantasyland. It's awesome. I'm in Destin, Florida.
Nice. Okay, so wait a minute. You have playoff hockey going on in Nashville, and you're in fucking Florida. What's going on with that? That's horse shit.
Yeah, it's 80 degrees. I'm on the beach, and they're playing hockey back home, you know. But it's hot back home, too. It doesn't make any sense. Why is there an awesome hockey team in a town where there's no snow? It does, you know. But, dude, what the hell do I do? I'm from Nebraska. There's no hockey in Nebraska.
Oh, my God, that's right. You are from Nebraska. I forgot about that. What part of Nebraska are you from?
I'm from a little tiny town in the middle of nowhere, dude. You're a Midwest guy. You're Minnesota, right?
I am.
Yeah.
I am. That drive through Nebraska sucks more than I Heart Huckabees.
Yeah, the only thing, first of all, if anybody ever even has heard of Nebraska, it's because they had to drive through it at some point, and they say the exact same thing, because it's 9 hours of nothingness.
That's why I always do that during the day. There is literally nothing. I stopped off in a town to get some, like, a diner food, and there wasn't even a fucking restaurant in the town. It was so small.
Yeah, no, there's nothing there. There's Omaha, and then there's the Cornhuskers, and then that's it.
So what?
You got pro baseball, football, everything up in
hockey,
Minnesota.
Basketball, fucking college sports. We got everything. And lots of snow. And
Lots
fucking
of
cold. Fucking
I've
cold.
only been to the Twin Cities one time. I remember I went to a strip club, and I think it was you that told me that there's only one strip club in the Twin Cities. Is that true?
No, that is not true. That is not
there's
true.
more than one.
Oh, yeah. There's. Hey, look, we love titties as much as anybody else.
Because I was going to say, if there was more than one, I would have found it, but I wasn't aware at the time.
Yeah. See, that's why you need a tour guide.
This must have been about 1997 or
97.
Something.
Wow. Fuck. I was probably drunk somewhere.
I was drunk at a strip club.
Of course you were. But if you were drunk at a strip club, it was probably topless only.
Man, I was pretty hammered. I probably couldn't even tell you, honestly. I was not disappointed.
Now, there's some fine bitches up in Minnesota. I'm not.
Oh, boy. All right. Take it easy with that.
I'm just saying. There's a lot of good spank-mank material up in the Twin Cities. What can I say? You got those corn-fed farm girls, you know?
Yeah, I like that. You know, that's where I'm from for sure. So I get it.
Absolutely. So, what caused you to get the fuck out of Nebraska? At what point do you leave?
Shit, dude, I left when I was 20, man. Just, you know, typical story of growing up and not wanting to be where you grew up, and the second I was old enough to buy a beer, or not even quite there yet, I just split. And my brother, I got an older brother, and he went to L.A. when he was young, and so I didn't want to do what he did, so I went the other direction. I went to New York when I was 20 years old. It was like 3 months after 9/11, and it was kind of a super crazy time and a stupid idea, really, but I did it, and yeah. So it's just typical. I just wanted to get the hell out of where I grew up and go see the world, and go. I was like, let me go find the biggest city that I can get to and go there, you know. So that's exactly what I did.
Well, I don't think that's stupid though. It's life lessons. It's growing, you know, especially at 20 fucking years old.
Yeah, absolutely.
How long did you last in New York?
That's an interesting question. What is that? Was that you mean, when you say how long did you last? It brings a lot of things. But I lived there for 12 years, 13 years. Yeah. Somewhere in there. And met a Southern girl and moved to Nashville about 6 years ago.
Oh, damn. So it was literally New York to Nashville.
Yeah. So I met a chick that was, well, she lived there also. She's actually right here with me.
Ah, Avery. Hi, Avery.
Yeah, she's here on the beach with me, my beautiful wife. And so she lived there at the time, and we actually met at a Faster Pussycat concert.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you didn't know that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, we met at a Faster Pussycat concert in Brooklyn at what's the name of that club, babe? St. Vitus. And I think within a year we moved to Nashville together. She wanted to get out of the city, go back down to closer to home, and she's old buddies with Ace from Pussycat because she was in a punk rock band that toured with Ace's band before. I think before he was in Pussycat or in the early days, he was in a band called U.S. Bombs.
Uh-huh.
And she was in a punk rock, all-chick punk rock band that went on tour with his band, and that's how they knew each other. And Dwayne Peters' Gunfight, sorry. And anyway, so I was at the show, pissed drunk, you know how I am. I could barely even stand up. I saw this hot blonde, and I hit on her, and next thing you know, we're married and have a beautiful baby and live in Nashville, Music City, Tennessee, dude. I never even heard of Nashville before, but here we are, 6 years. Well, I'm in Florida right now, but Nashville's cool. You got to come down, man.
I actually might be out there this fall. Believe it or not. I might be out there this fall. Mr. Tyson Leslie asked me to host a show for him.
Tyson rules. Tyson's a Midwest guy. Also, now that's a whole other Midwest story. Here we go. He's from Kansas City.
Uh-huh.
And he played keyboards, and I think he technically still does play keyboards for a band called Pomeroy. And they used to play shows all the time in a place in Omaha, Nebraska, real famous. Actually, they just shot a movie about this nightclub / bowling alley / recording studio called the Ranch Bowl, and they're putting out a documentary about it. I saw it on Instagram. I don't know that it's going to be a big to-do or anything, but that's where I grew up. Basically, I started playing at the Ranch Bowl when I was 15 years old, and Tyson's band Pomeroy, they kind of cut their teeth in that club, and at some point in time, he moved to Nashville, and now he's got this thing called Rare Hair, which is actually fantastic.
Yeah,
that's probably the one. That's probably the one you're doing.
Yeah. It's he's got a gimmick he wants me to host it for. I don't want to give the gimmick away yet because he hasn't announced it. The show itself is fantastic. I mean, the amount of musicianship he has at that gig is just. I mean, it's bar none. It's the best players ever, and he himself is actually a fantastic player. Oh, he is.
And a great guy. He's playing keyboards for Vixen these days.
Yeah. Well, he and like you, he always plays during the Cruiser Jam too. You know, it's very cool of him. He doesn't have to do that. So,
I don't know that. I'm asleep by then, man. You know that.
Well, you played last year. It was awesome. Last year
I did. Yeah. With Eric Brittingham, that was awesome. One of my best memories of life so far was we played 2 AC/DC songs. Eric Brittingham on bass. I got to play drums. It was a dream come true.
And Don Jameson.
That I don't remember.
Of course you don't.
What did he play?
He played guitar. And he was on the song on that song with you.
I had no idea. I was hammered.
Oh, I know, because he was... no, that doesn't shock me at all. Oh, my God. People just piling in the chat room. Dick says, awesome to have Lûc Carl. He's awesome, bro. Dick Chasin.
Dick Chasin. I love that. Yeah.
Jacobus says, what up, bitches? What else do we got here? April is listening. Hello, April. April Lee. We love April Lee.
Really? Oh, look at April. That's nice.
Yeah, Christopher is drinking beer up in Canada. Scotty Strickland is watching hockey along with us. What else do we got? Christopher says, I want to bang Gaga. Okay. Oh, my God. A lot of Midwest fuckers. There we go. So what brought you to New York? I mean, did you go out there to play drums? Did you go out there to be in a band? I mean, what was it? What was it?
There was not a particular reason, man. You know, just who wants to be in Nebraska? It's the same. I'm sure it's the exact same for you. You got you grew up in Minnesota. Let's go kick some ass and take over the world. You know, man. I've always been full of piss and shit and vinegar and want to just destroy everything. So I just said, okay, let me go to the biggest city ever and see what happens. You know, so. I grew up in a tiny little town, man, like literally 0 stoplights. And
holy shit, that is small.
Yeah, 1,200. It was 1,200 people when I lived there, and then when I think now it's actually more like 900. And you know, I just wanted to go take over the world. So I said, hey, let's go to New York to the Big Apple, man. Billy Joel, hell yeah. You know, so.
So at what point do you get into radio? What was your draw to radio? Was Sirius XM your first gig, or did you cut your teeth on terrestrial?
No. Well, so I went to college for music at the University of Nebraska, go Big Red, and but what happened was okay, this is a really long story, but
we got time, brother.
So I ended up working at a rock and roll bar in the Lower East Side of Manhattan. It's still there. If you Google New York City dive bar, it comes up like top 2 or something like that. It's called Welcome to the Johnsons. It's the oldest bar in the Lower East Side, and I worked there for like 7 years. Anyway, so the woman that owned that, it was 2 women actually. They owned like 6 bars. They owned basically the whole block, and then. One of the 2 women opened a new bar, and she had me come over there and start, take over managing the new bar, and then she cut me in as part owner. So I'm 25 years old, and I'm part owner of a rock and roll bar in Manhattan. You know, I mean, it was just insane, man. Every day was just like complete chaos and mayhem and just party. And also, you got to realize this was the mid 2000s. And we were playing LA Guns at the bar that was completely, like, you couldn't even get in. First of all, this bar was the size of, like, a suitcase. You know what I mean? It was tiny. But we were just having a great time and partying, and it was a line out the door every single night. And we were playing great tunes. And sometimes I would DJ, but most of the time I was behind the bar, quite honestly, because that's where the money was. And and we always had great DJs, and then that just kind of translated into getting on Sirius XM. It was I ended up meeting Jose Mangin, who's on Liquid Metal, and he's like the greatest guy in the entire world, the most like flag flying badass metal dude ever. And I just got lucky, man. I got right place, right time. And this was about a decade ago, and I made some demo tapes with Jose, and they put me on Hair Nation a couple nights a week, and then I just kind of kicked and screamed and fought my way to where I am now, as far as radio is concerned, anyway. Which is, I'm on 12 hours a day every day, on one of 2 channels, which in my opinion are the 2 best channels, Ozz's Boneyard and Hair Nation on Sirius XM, and it's just a dream come true, man. So, thanks to Jose and right place, right time, and just and kicking a lot of ass, because when I first started, it was just a couple shifts at night, and it was almost like they were just kind of trying to take a chance on me or whatever, and
yeah.
And I just never took no for an answer, and just kept going and now here and now you can never get me to shut up, which is the whole point, really, and
the
problem is you and I, we get 2 radio guys on the phone together. It's like, or on the podcast together. Who are we going to interview?
Well, honestly, the reason I like doing this like I do, I don't have anything about you pulled up. We're just bullshitting. And I think that's better than a fucking interview. It's just, I like the conversation of it, and it's just, but this is a chance for me to learn a lot about you at the same time.
Well, it's all bullshit, which is
Oh, of course.
Which is the best part about it.
Of course. Bruce says, read the book, Izzy. It's all in there. I did read the book, but that was many years and many brain cells ago.
I did write a book years ago. That was a long time ago, man.
I know.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the book later because we have a lot to get to. So how did you get involved with the cruises?
Larry, who is the Poobah, I call him Poobah. He's the guy in charge.
Yep.
He heard me talking about it on the air, actually, on Hair Nation, I think, and I got an email. I just got an email out of the blue one day from some guy named Larry, and he said, "Hey, we're having a cruise with a bunch of Hair Nation." He didn't say a bunch of Hair Nation bands, he just said this band, blah blah blah, and honestly, I was like, "What the hell is this?" I'm like, I didn't even know what to think about it because is this some kind of revival, last ditch effort to, okay, we're going to put them on a boat like it's a bingo hall or something like that. But honestly, the reason, that I wrote him back because he was super cool. He was super cool to me. And so I wrote him back and I was like, hey, I really don't even, when I first heard about it, I was talking about it on the air and I just didn't even really, because this was cruises didn't exist back then.
No.
This was 2009. I think they were really the only cruise that ever happened at that point had been probably the first shipwreck.
Yeah, well, it's actually 2012. It was when the first one was 2012.
2012. Okay, so and Larry was involved with the first shipwreck.
Yeah.
And that's the only cruise that anybody had ever heard of really at the time. And then Kiss, I think, was right around. Well, and then I don't know if you remember, there was the Motley Crue, which was just Vince Neil, I think.
Correct.
And so that was kind of like the beginning of the cruise era. And then, so, I didn't really know what the hell they were talking about. What is this? What are we doing here? And but honestly, Larry was just so cool and super nice to me. So I was like, yeah, what does this mean? He's like, come on the cruise, hang out, introduce some bands and this and that. And I'm like, okay. And so, and then but basically booked it. And you were on the first one, yeah?
Yeah, I was on there with Rockin' 101.
So, we booked it and my recollection of the very first cruise, which I guess was almost 8 years ago or something now.
Yeah.
Nobody knew what to do. And Larry and I didn't even know what to do. Larry kind of hired me to kind of DJ a little bit, and we'd never met in real life or anything like that. So it was just like this thing, is this thing even gonna work? Like, what's going on here? So anyway, I remember vividly that I was on the top deck of the boat, and it was hold on a second. It was like the time where everybody's walking on the boat and they got their champagne from the cruise line,
Yep.
And I'm sitting there next to the beach, the pool bar with my laptop, playing records, and I'm thinking to myself, I probably should not have it. I'm like, are these people going to look at me funny because I'm using a laptop? You know what I mean?
Well, what are you going to do? Drag a bunch of fucking records on the boat?
Well, that's the thing. But, you and I both know if you're going to go DJ in a nightclub, you're not going to take records with you.
Right.
And, I mean, you might, if the place has turntables, you might bring, 20 vinyl or something like that, but you're not going to bring your whole damn collection.
Right.
It's just not worth it, man. It's not worth it. So, they're going to get scratched. They're going to skip. Some drunk person's going to put a beer on one while it's spinning. It just doesn't make any sense. So I'm looking around okay, these people are going to think I'm some young stupid idiot because I'm using a laptop, but I'm on a freaking cruise ship in the middle of the Caribbean. I don't know what the hell, So anyway, basically, my long story short, when everybody started coming on the boat for the first time, it was like magic. The first hour and a half was super awkward. this is my recollection of it. I'd love to get your take on it here as soon as I'm done yakking. But super awkward. And then as soon as everybody came on there and realized, oh, there's a bar, and oh, there's somebody's playing rap records, and in a couple of hours, freaking Dawkins going to be on stage. Hell yeah, you know. As soon as they got to the bar, had a couple of drinks, everybody started to relax a little bit. And but it was really that first 2 hours of the first cruise, at least in my brain, it really stood out. Like, is this thing gonna work? Like, what is this thing?
Yeah.
Whose idea was this? What is going on? Are these people like? Because these folks spend a lot of money. It's not an inexpensive thing. It's a big event, and it's an amazing thing. But at the time, it's like, okay, I spent X amount of money to come on this thing. What am I getting for my money? And then, so my first 2 hours was witnessing all these people come onto this boat and not slowly, it was really more like a 90-minute thing, incarnate into this, oh my God, this is the greatest thing in the entire universe.
Right.
And then an hour and a half into it, it was just like, oh my God, I want this to be every day of the rest of my life.
I know, dude. I remember, like, even at the pre-party, just meeting people at the pre-party and then hanging out in the hotel lobby waiting to go to the fucking port. I have people that I'm still friends with to this day that haven't been on the cruise in a while, that, they were at the hotel and we rode over to the port together and waited in line together. I mean, waited in line to get on the boat. It was just such a bonding fucking metal experience. It was awesome.
Absolutely. And still to this day, that's for me the most important and the most amazing part of it. I mean, dude, every single one of my close friends now, we're talking almost, a decade later, it has been met on that cruise. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Every close friend that I keep in touch with on a daily basis, text and phone, and even go, on vacation with these people on the side. It's just because we have so many things in common, which for the most part is just rock and roll, man. Rock and roll will fucking save your soul, and that cruise is just an amazing situation. What was your experience? So you went to the pre-party.
We went to the pre-party, and I can't remember who was playing, because that was a long time ago.
I flew in the morning of, so I missed the very first pre-party.
I think was it Vixen, or was that the second year? I can't remember. I mean, I remember the club because it was in Fort Lauderdale. April, you're here. Tell us.
Yeah, April. Who was the first pre-party? She would know.
Yeah, exactly. You're not a drunkie like we are. We burn brain cells and forget shit. No, dude, I just remember it was such a fucking experience. It was so overwhelming, but it was so awesome at the same time. Not like overwhelming in a bad way. It was just it's like, I can't believe I'm here. I remember the thing that really, my fondest memory from that first cruise was our contest winner was a blind guy. And I remember when we called him to tell him that he won, that he was going on the boat.
What was the contest?
We worked out a deal with a company to give away a cabin on the boat, and with so we had airfare, hotel, and the cabin all taken care of. It was a trade deal, and that's when Larry called us to thank us, and that he invited us on. First year would have been Atomic Punks and Kicks. All right, thank you, Deneen Wood. Appreciate that.
That sounds right. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. And his name was Brandon. And when we called him, the only thing he said was, "Does this mean I get to meet Eddie Trunk?" And Eddie stopped and said hi to him as he was going up to fucking intro UFO. And that's like, because he was so happy for Brandon because he got to meet Eddie Trunk. And the other thing I remember was being hammered on the pool deck at night, and Y&T was playing, and I was never really into Y&T. I knew Summertime Girls, and I was up there smoking, and they were doing oh my God, huge ballad. Oh my God. It was a ballad, and fucking Manichetti plays this amazing solo. Fucking, and of course my roommate's playing drums right now, which is awesome. Great timing. Fucking drummers, man. I swear to God.
Y&T ballad, Dirty Girls.
Nope.
That's not ballady though.
No. I Believe in You. Thank you, Scotty Strickland. Thank you. I Believe in You. I'm like, oh my God, this is fucking amazing. I became a Y&T fan like right there.
That's a ripper for sure. Yeah. That is. I mean, I hate to do the Zeppelin reference, but man, absolutely fantastic.
That's their Stairway.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was just unbelievable. It was just so unbelievable. And Larry, the thanks that I cannot give enough thanks to Larry Moran for everything that he's done for me. You know, I mean, I owe everything to fucking Larry Moran. Everything.
I agree. He's an amazing dude, you know, and it's just, you know, it's a family at this point. We're talking
it is
10 years of kicking ass, and it's like a family reunion, you know. And half the time nowadays, fast forward 8-9 years later, it's like shit. Half the time I don't even know who's on the damn boat, and I don't even care as far as the bands, because I'm so I'm so interested in meeting up with all the old friends and everybody that I've met over the years, you know.
Oh no, dude, absolutely. I mean, the bands are awesome. The bands are fucking awesome. You know, especially like this year when we had King's X. It's like fucking King's X is finally on the fucking boat.
Absolutely. Yeah, I watched one of the sets. I didn't get to see the second one. They're in the studio right now. They're working on a new record.
They are.
Yeah,
they are.
So that's cool. They haven't put out a record in over a decade, so I'm looking forward to that. You know, all original member band.
I know. Luke, do me a favor. Just yap to the people for a second. I have to go slap my roommate.
I'm not sure what that means. Knowing Izzy, it probably was some sort of masturbation joke. So I can barely hear the parumpa pum pum in the background from the neighbor. But if he's a drummer and he's practicing right now, he should probably get a new drum set, because those things are not loud enough. I'm a drummer. I'm deaf as hell. I've been playing drums since I'm 8 years old. And definitely a situation right there. Are they electronic drums maybe?
He does have electronic drums, but he has the acoustic setup. I went out. I'm yelling at. I got flailing my arms in the air. He's like, "Yeah!" Like, dude, I'm on the air. Oh shit. Okay. So yeah, there is that. What if you could pick one band that's going to stand out? Is there one show that stands out over the past 9 years?
On the cruise?
Yeah.
Excuse me. By the way, I've got bronchitis, which sucks.
That's why they make Jack Daniels, my friend.
Oh my God, it sucks. That's normally I'm like on 110% all the time, and now I'm just like, oh my God, my lungs are killing me. Best performance over the past 9 years. Well, I'll tell you. Okay, let's start with the best performance of this past February. For me, 100% hands down. Rose Tattoo, 100%.
Yep.
Now this is a band that you just cannot see on a daily basis. So the fact that you were even able to see this band without getting on an airplane, I did get on an airplane, but I only had to go to Florida. So that was incredible. And not only that, but I'm a huge AC/DC freak, and I hate to even say that, because I'm sure they get sick of it, but they came from that same town, same era, and even share a couple of musicians, or a couple or more musicians over the years between the two bands, and so that for me was absolutely just unbelievable. And that was one of those where I'm in the front row. I'm there for the first song all the way to the last song, and I'm playing air guitar the whole damn time, you know. So that was amazing. And who else? DAD's always one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I love those guys. Again, it boils down to the fact that you can't see them ever. As a matter of fact, I remember it was probably 2005, 6, hell, I don't know, somewhere in there in the mid to the late 2000s, and I heard the DAD was coming to America, going to do 4 shows, their first time in 25 years, and of course I went to one of those shows. It was at Webster Hall, New York City, and a friend of mine introduced me to Jesper, the singer of the band, and I'd already done a couple of cruises, and I said, man, this band is perfect for the cruise. And I'm not trying to, I don't even want to sound like a dick or anything, and I'm going to go ahead and do it. But I texted Larry, and I go, dude, you got to check out this band, DAD. You know, we play them on Hair Nation and everything. And I said, dude, these guys, the thing about them is that live, they are just so smoking red hot. You know?
Yep.
And that's what it's all about on the cruise. It's number one, are they smoking red hot live band? And number two, do they interact with the fans? Are they fun? Are they happy? Are they nice? You know?
Yeah.
Because you can't put a band with a bunch of jerks on the cruise. It's just not going to work.
I agree. I absolutely agree. Hey, speaking of amazing live performances, ladies and gentlemen, the first half of the show brought to you by Beater Amplification. Yes, Beater Amplification. Balls out rock and roll tone in these bad boys. We got 3 channels. You got the old school Metallica tone, the old school AC/DC tone, and that clean ass old school Fender tone. Oh my God, 100 watts of testicular fortitude. Pull your tubes, and pull 2 tubes, you got yourselves a 50. These things are fucking badass. Check them out, beateramplification.com. That's 2 E's. And Luke, I decided I'm not working tonight, so look at the phone. Do you see me?
Yes.
All right.
Hold on. Move it a little to the left. Oh, there you go. Bottoms up.
Cheers, baby. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a short break. Got a couple commercials, and we'll be right back with more of the Ayatollah of Jack and Cola, the one and only Lûc Carl, right after this.
Long hair extraordinaire.
The long hair extraordinaire. It is another fucking podcast.
Retro Arcade brings Minnesota and surrounding areas arcade games from the days gone by. All of those great games from pizza joints and arcades are available in cocktail units and custom machines. Dozens of favorites from your youth in one machine to complete your game room or man cave. Retro Arcade also sells and services your favorite pinball machines. Find them at facebook.com/80arcade. That's facebook.com/80arcade. Retro Arcade. Your youth is just one click away.
RockstarLeatherworks.com is your home for badass rock and roll gear. Featuring 100% handmade leather bands, watches, cuffs, bracelets, and more, Rockstar Leatherworks has something for everybody. Whether you are going to the show or you are in it, you can find something to fit your needs. Choose from a variety of designs or create your own masterpiece. Their bands and watches are second to none. They also ship internationally. Who needs a stage to be a rock star? Check out RockstarLeatherworks.com.
If you need to promote your band or business, or just want to stylize, personalize, or customize your ride, check out vid-decals.com. Want to create and customize your own stickers representing your band, or make your own bumper sticker? Vid Decals can do it. All stickers are printed on quality vinyl and can be placed on any flat surface. Stickers are an affordable way to promote your band or business. Go to vid-decals.com to get started. That's vid-decals.com. vid-decals.com.
Hey, what's going on? This is Tom Arnold. I like fat women and cocaine. And you're listening to Izzy Presley here on another fucking podcast. And I know Izzy from Cocaine Anonymous meetings. I've actually seen him at the meetings with Ace Von Johnson from. I probably shouldn't say this out loud, but Ace has got a bad coke problem, and his sponsor is Josh Todd from. And again, I shouldn't say this out loud, but Josh is his sponsor for Buck Cherry. He's addicted to upskirt porn, and they're both being sponsored by the Eagles. The whole band, the Eagles. Anyways, another fucking podcast right here with Izzy Presley, and call your sponsor. Fucking A.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Craig Gass. Fucking Craig Gass. Oh, God. Oh, next week, I forgot to tell you, next week, CJ Snare finally joining the show, calling in from beautiful Orlando, Florida. CJ Snare from Firehouse joining the show next week. Second half of the show brought to you by, oh my God, A&P Laser Engraving Division. Yes, you need anything laser engraved. These guys are so good they can actually laser engrave a hot dog bun. I have seen it done. These guys are great. They're out of Minneapolis, Minneapolis area. Just aplaser.com. Check them out, aplaser.com. And John Palumbo Design. Oh, we love us some John Palumbo. If you need anything designed, website, T-shirts, graphics, band logo, anything, hit up johnpalumbodesign.com. God, we love us some John Palumbo. On the blower, on the FaceTime on my end, the one and only Lûc Carl. So DAD's the standout band.
Well, yeah, absolutely. You mentioned CJ, man. That's awesome, man. He's the nicest guy in the world.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah. And Bill Leverty, a most underrated guitar player of all time. So that's awesome. I'm going to listen to that podcast next week for sure.
And I could have a gallon of Alan. Alan McKenzie. A gallon of Alan. Alan McKenzie, bass player. Yes. Dude, this is how cool. Look, this is how cool the Firehouse guys are. The very first year that Brian Ott and I were on there doing a karaoke, we were doing our Gong Show karaoke contest, and the Firehouse guys judged the finals. And the gal that ended up winning did not know who the judges were going to be, so she put in Don't Treat Me Bad for her song for the finals, and they were going to gong her right away, like, oh, she's kissing our ass. Oh, wait a minute. Let's just listen to this. CJ ended up going up to sing backups up there with her on his own song, and Alan too. So like there was like 3-part harmonies, and it's like 2 of the guys from Firehouse were singing the song, dude. It was fucking awesome. It was great. Nice. That's how fucking great those guys are. I think CJ went up and sang Dio with one of the other contestants too. It's like, dude, that's fucking badass.
It's not easy to sing. I mean, let's be
real. No, it is not. Dick,
CJ's, he's got about the best set of pipes in the business, though. Really.
I know. To be able to sing like that after all these years and not have to sound like Lemmy is quite outstanding, let me tell you. Dick Chasen says, I just want to know, what does Eddie Trunk smell like?
I want to know Dick Chasen's real name.
Eddie Trunk smells like UFO.
Yeah, I don't have any idea. I mean, what? Dick Chasen, ask him what his real name is.
Dick, what is your real name? It's obviously somebody we know. It's not Jacobus, because Jacobus is actually in this fucking chat room right now.
Dick Chasen sounds like it should be a girl.
Yeah, true, but it's a picture of a dude. Joe Schaefer, what's up, my brothers? Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for checking in.
He rules.
Yes, he does. He absolutely does. So let's talk about your book. What year did the book come out? Was it like 2010-ish?
Hell, I don't know. Probably. Yeah, it's been a long time. Yeah, probably about 2010, I guess.
And how long between you losing your weight and writing the book was there?
It was all and then gaining it back again. Is that?
You said that. Yeah. I did not.
Yeah.
No, there was about. It took me about 3 years to write the book, which was the whole process. And by the way, I don't suggest it. Writing a book is a pain in the ass. I mean, it was definitely a time in my life that I look back and cherish, I suppose. But Good night, dude. It's a lot of work and not a lot of reward. I think six people. Again, bronchitis. Sorry. Like 6 people read that book, including my mom. So. But it was something that I'm definitely proud of it.
You should be.
Yeah, and someday I'll write another book. I read a ton. My goal is to read one nonfiction book a week, which I usually hit that. And Jim Rohn says, read one nonfiction book a week, you'll be a very wealthy man, and I totally believe that.
Has it worked?
Yeah, dude. Life is very well in Lûc land. I'm not gonna lie. Read books, read nonfiction books, and good things will happen. I'm telling you, I do it all the time. I love it, and the more I read, the better my life gets. So just keep doing it, dude. Now I'm turning into a freaking motivational. I'm living in a van down by the river.
Nice.
So back to CJ Snare. Okay, I got a quick story.
Please go ahead.
Him. Hopefully I don't ruin this one. So I remember at one point in time, I met his girlfriend, who's amazing. She's awesome, and this is a great story. If I can tell it without butchering it. So at one point I went on the air and I said something about the fact that CJ's girlfriend is young enough to be his daughter. And
God bless him for it.
Yeah. So, absolutely. So, like 2 years later, it was on the cruise. It was 2 cruises ago in Haiti, I think, Lebedi. The girlfriend comes up to me and she says, "So, by the way, we were in the car on the way to meet my parents, and I got a phone call. My dad was listening to Hair Nation, and she goes, my dad knew that I was dating the guy from Firehouse. So he was listening to Hair Nation. We were on the way to his house to meet him. I was going to introduce CJ to my dad for the first time, and he was listening to the radio, and he heard you say that I was young enough to be his daughter."
God.
And like 6 minutes later, he had to meet the father for the first time. So CJ's telling me this freaking story. This is the beauty of the cruise. CJ's telling me this crazy ass story on the beach in the middle of paradise, and she goes, and I go, "Are you gonna punch me right now?" He's like, "Dude, no, it's hilarious. I love it." And I go, "Well, what about the girl?" And the girlfriend. I go, "What about her?" And I go, "Are you okay?" She's like, "No, I love it. It's awesome." So she walks away, and he turns and he looks at me and he goes, "They call me Robin D. Cradle."
Dude, that's fucking. It's like one of the greatest stories I've ever heard in my life. That is fucking
like,
great.
So basically, her dad heard me saying something about the fact that he was dating somebody too young on the radio, and they got a phone call.
Oh, dude, we got a Dick Chasen update. A Dick Chasen update, ladies and gentlemen. My God, King, it's Dick Chasen. Check it in. My God. It's actually on his birth certificate, he says. Richard Chasen Jr.
See, the junior, no, this guy's full of crap.
Yeah, probably. But I'm going to go with it and say, hey, it's Chasen.
Dick Chasen Jr. Yeah, that sounds sketchy.
I don't know. It sounds like he lives in West Hollywood.
I knew there was a joke in there somewhere.
Right. He also says Lûc should do a Rock Against Drugs PCA man or one for reading.
I don't even know what does that mean?
You should do a Rock Against Drugs thing for reading. A PSA. I think he meant PSA, public service announcement.
Public service announcement.
Yeah,
What's
reading.
What's wrong with drugs?
I didn't say there was anything wrong with drugs. Apparently, Dick Chasen has a problem with drugs. If I would have had the NBC, The More You Know, dialed up, I would have played that during your little reading rant. That would have been glorious.
The more you know, the more Dick Chasen grows.
Yes, he goes, that's what I meant. Absolutely. All right, so what did you learn from writing the book?
Don't write a book.
There you go. You didn't do a book on tape or anything like that, did you?
I did, yeah. There is an audiobook version, which is that's how I listen to. I listen to books. Anyway, now we're talking about nerd shit. But,
no, dude, I love this shit.
Yeah. So when I can't like sit down and read. When I read, I listen because I run all the time. So I put on my headphones and I listen to a book on Audible. So yeah, my book is also on audio. I don't know. I didn't actually cut it, which pissed me off.
Oh, that sucks.
I ended up getting in a fight with the publisher over it. They wouldn't let me do it, and I'm just like, hello, I'm on the radio. My voice is what I get. That's what I do. And but this, you'll dig this. Actually, the guy that read my book, my audio book, which 2 people read or listened to, is the guy in Caddyshack who Bill Murray puts the pitchfork to his neck.
Really?
Yeah, he read my audiobook. So I don't know who he is. I don't know his name.
Wait a minute. That was fucking DiNunzio. Was that DiNunzio that he did that to?
Maybe. I don't know. Who's that?
Oh, he was one of the caddies.
Right. Yeah. Is that his last name? Yeah, that's his name, right?
Oh my God, fucking DiNunzio read your fucking. Oh my God, I had this fucking brilliant idea, and yeah, I had this brilliant idea, and I'm friends with one of the guys in Super Troopers, and when they started talking about doing the second one, I'm like, dude, I got this brilliant idea for a fucking teaser trailer. So I sent him this thing. It's like it starts out in a coffee shop, and you see the badge, you see a gun. Obviously, this guy's a cop, but he's like a detective, so he's not dressed like a cop. He's just in really street clothes or whatever, dressed up street clothes. And she goes, that'll be $4.25. $4.25. I ain't paying no $4.25 for no coffee. And they pan up, and it's fucking DiNunzio. And he goes, God damn it, I forgot my wallet. So he calls the car, and it's fucking Damone from Fast Times. And the cop movie you never thought you'd see, Damone and DiNunzio. If it was done right, it could have been hilarious. But,
You're going out on a little bit of a limb, but I get it.
I think it would have been fucking hilarious. I ain't paying no $4.25 for no coffee. And you get the wallet thing because the Fast Times thing is like, I got your wallet. I'll bring your wallet, Got some fucking Cheap Trick tickets in there? I mean, what the fuck?
I get it. I love it, dude.
See? Nobody listens to me. I have brilliant ideas. Nobody fucking listens to me, and I'm stuck in fucking lift hell. There you go. Did you know?
You don't have to be. Have to be.
Did you know? Let me ask you this. Did you know if one person complains that they think they smell fucking marijuana in your car, they deactivate you until they find out that you actually weren't smoking marijuana in your car? I found that out last night.
Not that that's happened to you.
Well, it happened last night. I was pissed. I'm like, I'm going to be smoking. First of all, I don't even smoke pot. And why would you complain and fucking try to ruin somebody's fucking life? Well, you may have been intoxicated. It's like, yo, fuck you. Hold on.
I'm starting to think you're not joking now. This really happened?
No, this really fucking happened. I mean, they reactivated me today, which is good, and I'm going to be going off on a diatribe about this tomorrow at 5 p.m.
Well, maybe somebody, was it another passenger that was smoking weed?
No. I think maybe because the combination of the smell of cigarettes on my jacket and the air freshener might have made it smell like marijuana. I don't know.
Maybe you were drinking like one of those 420 beers.
No, not at all. Dick Chasen says...
because driving and drinking is better than driving and smoking weed.
I agree. Let's see. Oh, God, let's get to these comments.
What did Dick Jason say? I like this guy.
Well, wait. Chris McNamara says, CJ's girlfriend is awesome. Yeah, she absolutely is.
She is awesome.
And he says, I like cocaine. Dude, there was Jack Daniels and cocaine. I think he just wanted the Sebastian Bach impression.
That was the Sebastian Bach? Okay,
yes, that was my Sebastian Bach. Let's see. Dick Chasen has many, many comments. Let's get to them all because we like Mr. Dick Chasen. Drugs are awesome, man. I'm just kidding. Lûc Carl is king, he says as well. Nikki Sixx is a nerd too, so it's okay. Caddyshack is fucking brilliant. Yes, it is. Oh, that's Scott Collenby is the guy's name.
There it is. Yep, that's his name. Yep.
He used to bang Valerie Bertinelli. I did not know that. I did not know that.
Eddie Van Halen.
Yes. So DiNunzio used to fuck Valerie Bertinelli. That's
wow.
Dude, did you watch The Dirt? I'm assuming you watched The Dirt.
I watched it the first day. I was not one of these I did not hold out like most
I watched it right at fucking midnight with a bottle of Jack Daniels and a bottle of Jack Daniels.
I'll take a bottle of Jack Daniels and a bottle of Jack Daniels and a Bloody Mary and a steak sandwich.
So, yeah, what were your thoughts?
Loved it. I liked it, man. I mean, it's definitely a sticky situation with the Queen movie that came out and just destroyed the box office. So that was, a tough shoes to fill there. And then also I read the book, of course, back when it first came out. I mean, hell, that book is at least in my memory is one of the it was before it was popular to be a rock guy and write a book,
Right.
So, the first one I remember is David Lee Roth, Crazy from the Heat.
I haven't read that one yet.
I think it was like 92, 91, somewhere in there, 94 maybe, early 90s. Now, this is a book that is out of print and hard to find. You got to put it on eBay, or I think eBay's even done at this point. Facebook Marketplace, so. But I'll be honest with you, man. I'm a huge Dave fan. Dave is probably my ultimate hero in life as far as rock stars are concerned. This guy, David Lee Roth, is like my ultimate. And again, I'm not a singer, never have been. I'm a drummer, and I'm not trying to say that I prefer drummers or singers or bass players or whatever. But when it comes to singers, in my personal opinion, Diamond David Lee Roth is the top of the heap. He's the cream of the crop, and he's rising to the top, man. This guy is the baddest dude in history, but his book, terrible.
Really? Did you listen to his Joe Rogan interview?
I did not.
You have to. It is 3 hours of gold.
Yeah. Is it Dave being Dave?
Yeah, it's just Dave being Dave, and he doesn't talk about Van Halen at all. He's just Dave being fucking Dave, and Keith checking in. Who didn't show up to the Cruiser Jam? Actually, Keith, you're wrong. He did show up. He just hadn't played drums since the last Cruiser Jam, so he didn't want to fuck up the song.
I don't think I showed up.
Well, because we talked. You showed up, and you're like, I haven't practiced.
I said I probably shouldn't. Shouldn't be playing.
So you were you did the honorable thing, and you passed on, and we let somebody come up and jam.
Right. Hold on. I had a thought about what we were talking about. David Lee. Yeah. Go ahead. The Joe Rogan.
Yes, Joe. Oh, it's fucking hilarious, dude. It's just it is gold. Dave just telling stories. Just telling stories, man. Look at all the people here tonight.
Money can't buy you happiness, but it can buy you a boat big enough to pull up right alongside of it.
That is at the bottom of every single email that I send. And I'm not lying. I am not lying.
I'll sit around and watch Dave YouTubes all the time. One of my favorites is if you go on YouTube and check out the Joan Rivers Show. Diamond David Lee Roth on the Joan Rivers Show. Find the one where he's wearing the white gloves and just sit back and relax and enjoy the hell out of that. That is one of the greatest rock and roll interviews of all time. My favorite thing about him is that he's absolutely hysterical, funny, does not take himself seriously.
Yep.
Just the funniest guy in history. I'm just a huge Dave. How do we get on the Dave subject?
We were talking about autobiographies, and I love when your Southern drawl comes out. It's fucking beautiful.
Is it Southern drawl, or is it, because first of all, I'm not from here. I am married to a girl from Mississippi, but it might be just the beer, really. Is what
No, dude, you live one place long enough, and the accent becomes. I moved to Florida in like 2010, and I stopped in Memphis, and I went through the Sun Studios thing, and the gal that was like taking us through was this gorgeous blonde Southern belle. She was just absolutely gorgeous, the full blown accent, yada yada yada, and she enjoyed my Saved by the Bell Zack Attack T-shirt, so I was flirting with her. And she's like, "Oh, I'm from Burnsville, Minnesota." I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here. How long you been here?" Like, "Oh, like 3 years." And it was like just total picked up the fucking accent. It was like, boom, there you go. And I wanted to nail her right there in Sun Studios. It didn't happen.
It had nothing to do with the accent. You still wanted to nail her anyway.
She was hot.
Yeah, it sounds like she was hot.
She was fucking hot. Dick Chase.
You give me around somebody from Brooklyn, next thing you know, I sound like Tony Soprano. So, I've lived all over the place. And then, of course, in the Midwest, where, you and I are from, there's not really any accent.
Well, I disagree, especially us up there in the Minnesotan area.
Well, you got a couple of things up there, yeah, for sure.
Well, look, our accent is terrible. No woman has ever heard the phrase, "Oh, for sure, going fishing up there to Mille Lacs this weekend," and thought, you know what? I really need his cock in my ass. Dick Chasen says, "I wish they could all be Mississippi girls." All right, very well.
I'm married to one, man. It's pretty cool.
I know you are.
Cool. She's awesome. She's awesome.
We got to get her on the Cruiser Jam some year.
Yeah, she shreds, dude. She plays guitar, bass, you name it, man.
And she might actually learn the song and actually play.
Yeah, she might show up.
That would help. That would help. Is your book still available? Can people still find it? Or is it just way...
I have no idea. It's probably on... I would assume it's on Amazon somewhere. The Drunk Diet. Yeah, I need to work on a new one, man. I've kind of over the past 6-7 years, I've kind of gone in a different direction, and now I got this whole real estate thing going on.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
you mean
which is?
Wait, you mean she has this whole real estate thing going on?
No.
I cracked myself up.
No, we have it together.
I know. I'm fucking with you.
No. What the fuck do you know about real estate?
I know that rent's really fucking expensive in California. That's all I know about real estate.
That is very true. Yeah, no. Several years ago, I started buying real estate, and that's a whole different. It's definitely not rock and roll. But you'd be surprised how many rock and rollers own property. Again. Bronchitis. Oh man, it sucks. So own a bunch of real estate, and it's awesome, dude. Rock and roll is my number one. But dude, I totally love the real estate side of things, which we don't need to get into that because it's super boring. Also, equally boring. I'm a huge runner. We don't want to talk about that.
Long distance running.
Yeah, like the Maiden song.
I don't talk about Maiden. Long distance.
Whoa.
I have my reasons.
Why? Well, I don't know the reason.
I'll tell you sometime over drinks because it really makes me want to drink myself into oblivion and never wake up. Scotty Strickland says, with all the new music coming out, is there a band that you may not be playing on Hair Nation that we need to check out?
So wait a minute. Did you have an affair with Bruce Dickinson or something?
Yes, it was Bruce Dickinson. He used me like a bitch. Flew me around the world.
On his plane?
On his plane, yes. And he did me while I was on autopilot. I blew him, just like in fucking Airplane. When she was blowing the autopilot guy. Yeah,
the autopilot.
Yeah, it was just like that. It was just like that. We'll talk about it over drinks sometimes.
What was the question?
Scotty wants to know, with all the music coming out, is there a band that you may not be playing on Hair Nation that we need to check out?
Is there music coming out?
Is there a band that you do not play on Hair Nation that people should check out?
No, but that's my question. Is there music coming out? Because if there is, I don't know anything about it.
Well, yes, there's a lot of great fucking music coming out.
Okay, name a couple.
I don't want to sound like Eddie Trunk, but Rival Sons.
Okay. They're not going to get played on here. Okay.
No, that's what he says. A band that's not being played on Hair Nation that we should check out. That was the question.
I mean, technically, there's a rule. There's an unspoken rule on Hair Nation, and thank you for listening to Hair Nation. It is the most amazing thing ever. Honestly, it's the only place in the world where you can hear that music on a daily basis. That is, it's just waving the flag and kicking ass, and I truly believe in it, and I love it, and it is an honor and a privilege and just amazing every day that I get to go in there and pick the tunes, so it's awesome. But there is an unspoken rule. When I say we, Hair Nation does not play anything that was written after, like 1992.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah, so it can even be a Hair Nation band. It can be, Rat. It doesn't, Cinderella. It doesn't matter. It could be freaking Bon Jovi could put out a new record. We're probably not going to play. We're not going to play the new song.
I know. I know.
And it's some sort of formula that's been there since the beginning of time, since before me, and I don't know how it works, but. It doesn't matter. But answer the question. I guess I don't know the question. Are there any new bands? I like Steel Panther. I do.
Somebody's talking about the new Beasto Blanco. Fucking love Beasto Blanco.
I lost you.
Beasto Blanco? Are you there? Can you hear me?
There we go.
There
we go.
Scotty's talking about Beasto Blanco. Fucking love.
They rule.
Yeah.
They rule, yeah, absolutely. Chuck is a bad dude, man.
Great fucking group of people, too. That's back to the whole everybody's fucking cool thing. Like we were talking about earlier, Let's see. Dick Jason says, Hair Nation makes me horny.
That's exactly what it should do. That is the ultimate goal in life.
My God. Dude.
Touching yourself.
All right, man. I know you're on vacation. It's fucking 11 o'clock where you are. I don't want to keep it because you have alcohol. If people want to find you other than on Hair Nation and Ozzy's Boneyard, where Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that shit, where can they find you?
The only one I check these days, man, about a year ago, I lost my Twitter password, and for some reason I can't figure out how to get back on there, so I'm done with that. I'm done, dude. I'm done. I'm old. I have a baby. She's amazing. By the way, highly recommend having babies. It's awesome. I got an 8-year-old daughter. She's amazing. So awesome. Have yourself a baby. Get yourself a nice chick that you met at a Faster Pussycat concert. And
fucking Bubba. Fucking Faster Pussycat, Bubba.
Bronchitis, yeah. So, but I do go on Instagram, yeah. Reverend Lûc Carl on Instagram. Hell, email me, LûcCarl@gmail. I'm available anytime to talk about motorcycles, tattoos, real estate, running, and most importantly, rock and fucking roll. Because rock and roll is what it's all about, man. I've been doing this shit since I'm 8 years. I started playing drums when I was 8 fucking years old, man. So it's been my entire life, and I owe everything to rock and roll. So I'm very grateful, and I'm grateful for you, dude, for having me on. Fuck, you got CJ Snare coming on next.
I know. I can't wait, dude. Here's a little word to the wise. Get yourself an electronic kit so you can practice before the next Cruiser Jam.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know, dude. The older I get, I'm just like, I just don't want to be on stage anymore. It's like I don't know. I can't really describe it, but I do miss playing drums. Actually, I've been looking into buying some new drums lately. And,
there you go. It's
always in your blood. It's always in your blood, dude. And honestly, you know what? If you want to know the truth, if you did that shit at 3 p.m, I'd be there.
That's not up to me. That's up to Mr. Larry Morand and the scheduling committee, because there's a committee. Right. Let's get through these. Before we say goodbye, we're going to get through these last comments here. Let's see. Scotty says, can't wait to hear the new Beasto 2 weeks. Oh, that's in 2 weeks. Jennifer says, Hair Nation kicks ass. Dick Chasen says, Hair Nation makes me horny. I think we already said that one. Jennifer says, yeah, that kind of sucks. Thanks for playing all the dwarfs, Luke. Bruce says.
Love the dwarfs.
Oh,
those guys are
my fucking hosers.
You should put Russ on, dude. Get Russ on the show. He'd love to do it.
I've had Russ on the show. I had Russ and Dunk together. It was great. And then I had Dunk when his book came out. Let's see. Nice. Joe Schaefer says the Struts. I'm not a big Struts guy. It's like they can't figure out what they are. Deneen says it does kind of suck that Hair Nation doesn't play anything after 1992 because there is some great material that could be in rotation, like the brand new fucking LA Guns, which I fucking love. Dick says, great interview. In all seriousness, love you, Luke, and love you, Izzy. Thank you, Dick. Jason Wagner, tell Lûc Carl his #1 fan is listening.
Jason Wagner? I didn't know I had fans.
Apparently you do. Let's see. Deneen Wood says, not going to lie, Luke is my favorite on-air personality. Well, you obviously didn't hear me on the Monsters of Rock radio when I was on there. Luke knows who I am. He's awesome. That's what Jason says. And Scotty says, thank you for an awesome show. Luke.
I love Jason. I love all these guys.
This is fucking great, man. I love this. I fucking love this. Luke, thank you for coming on. If you ever get out here to LA, we will have a drunken summit. We'll get like 4 of us in studio here and just get hammered and bullshit about fucking music. And yes, Kyle, the Rev is in the house via FaceTime.
The Reverend, that's right. Hey, I'll be in LA October for the mega.
You're coming to town! Dude, you're gonna fucking be here. We'll get you in studio and we'll sit down and we'll drink Jack Daniels and we'll just talk about Kiss and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be fucking great, dude. Well, we'll get you in studio when you're in town. It's gonna be
Mega Cruise October. When is that? October or something?
It ends the day before my birthday.
Happy birthday!
So we will celebrate my birthday on the boat.
26.
Yes, 26. We'll go with that. We will go with that. So,
in
all right.
Pants. 26 in your pants.
26 in my pants. Sufficient is thicker than adequate. That's what I always say. Luke, hold on. I'm going to say goodbye to you off the air. I just got to say goodbye here really quick. Just hold. Hold tight. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let me hit my fucking outro music. Next week, CJ Snare live via FaceTime. Tomorrow will be the Izzy Presley show at 5 p.m. California time. That is when I do my topical banter, and do I have a lot to go off about. I might do that show 3 times a week now. We'll see, instead of just 1 day a week. We'll see how it goes, see if I can get material, and I have lots of fucking material, so we'll see. So 5 p.m. California time tomorrow for the Izzy Presley show. Same bat time, same bat channel. Make sure you hit up all the social media at Real Izzy Presley all the way across the board. Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And please hit that like button if you are listening live on a follow button. I'm sorry, if you're listening live on Spreaker right now. If you're listening on iTunes afterwards, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to support the show, you absolutely can. IzzyPresley at yahoo.com is a PayPal. It is not free to put this on, ladies and gentlemen, but I love you guys, and I love doing this. And thank you to the great Reverend Lûc Carl. Thank you to the Monsters of Rock Cruise. Hey, Larry Moran, we love you. Just had to give you another shout out. So, we'll see you next week with CJ Snare and tomorrow on The Izzy Presley Show. It is another fucking podcast. Don't forget, when I lack in talent, I do make up for in cock.